I find her. We drive away.
Roberto's hanging by a rope, half dead, about to be dropped into a pit of walkers. Just when it seems over, Daryl, Carol, and Antonio storm in like ghosts out of the smoke, cutting him free and taking down El Alcazar's men with brutal precision. It's a raw, fast start and the perfect setup for one of the most intense episodes yet. Before passing out, Roberto confesses he almost rescued Justina. That one line changes everything. Daryl's ready to move on, to get back to their escape plan, but Carol's heart isn't built that way. She wants to save Justina, no matter what. They soon learn that El Alcazar's men are already heading toward Barcelona, and Daryl, being Daryl, decides to handle it himself. He tells Carol and Antonio to take Roberto home, while he rides out alone into the desert, a lone wolf on a mission, driven by guilt and loyalty. Back at the community, Carol covers for him. She and Antonio tell everyone that Roberto was attacked by outsiders, leaving out anything about Justina or El Alcazar. When someone asks where Daryl is, they lie again. He is working on the boat overnight. It's a dangerous game of half-truths and quiet tension, but the episode's heart is Daryl's solo journey, riding across the desert. He meets a man with both eyes removed, begging for water. Daryl gives him a drink, only for the man to issue a cryptic warning about what's ahead. And sure enough, that warning becomes a prophecy. A slow-moving train appears in the distance, dragged by chained walkers, a nightmare on rails. It's controlled by a deranged man, his mistress, and their crew of drug-fueled killers known as the Buzzards. When they spot Daryl, they decide he's fresh meat, literally. Their leader even plans to feed him to his pet Komodo dragon. The chase is wild, bullets flying, engines roaring, sandstorms rising, until Daryl loses everything: his bike, his bag, and his weapons. Stranded, dehydrated, and hunted. That's when he's found by a small, quiet community hiding in the mountains, a group of lepers who've been left behind by the world. They're starving, low on water, and somehow still kind. One woman, Amaia, isn't infected, but she stays with them out of compassion. She tells Daryl that the Buzzards stole their water, the same gang he just barely escaped. They offer him their only truck if he can bring it back. He doesn't say yes right away. But after seeing the children, the empty cisterns, the hopeless faces, you can feel him shift. That wall of selfishness he's built this season finally cracks. By morning, Daryl's back to being the man we remember, the survivor who fights for the ones no one else will. He trains them to defend themselves, setting traps, rigging tripwires, and planning an ambush with only 4 bullets left. There's this brilliant moment where a little girl counts each bullet in the sand while Daryl picks off enemies. It's raw, cinematic, and emotional all at once. The battle ends with Daryl leading the charge. The Buzzards' bikes crash into the traps, the villagers rise up, and chaos takes over. Then, in true Daryl fashion, he takes the fight straight to the train itself. He climbs aboard, slicing through car after car, freeing the walkers, and facing down the Buzzards' leader one-on-one. Their final showdown is gritty. There's this brief, eerie pause mid-fight where both men catch their breath, realizing they're not just fighting to kill, they're fighting to survive the apocalypse itself. Then Daryl drags the leader into a bathtub and drowns him, ending the madness once and for all. He returns to the leper village with their stolen water, and the relief on their faces hits hard. These people, forgotten, disfigured, and broken, finally have hope again. And Rosa, the little girl, hands Daryl her tiny hippo cup, the same one from earlier. It's her way of saying thank you, and you can see how much that moment changes him. Meanwhile, back at Solas del Mar, Carol reconnects with Valentina and keeps up her web of lies while Roberto recovers. Carol tries convincing Antonio to come with her to America to start over, but he's torn. This place is his home, and she knows it. Things take a dark turn when Justina's grandmother finds a compass necklace in Roberto's hands, the same one from Justina. She delivers it to her son, Feed, who starts putting the pieces together. Even though he dismisses her worries out loud, inside, he's suspicious. He orders one of his men to check if Daryl's really at the boat, and just like that, the walls start closing in. Carol's lies, Roberto's survival, Daryl's mission, it's all connected. You can feel that something tragic is coming, maybe for Antonio, maybe for Carol, maybe for both. This episode nails everything Daryl Dixon has been trying to build this season. It's part western, part horror, and part redemption story. The desert setting, the leper community, the train pulled by walkers, it's weird, fresh, and deeply human. It's Daryl rediscovering why he still fights, not for himself, but for the broken people who still believe there's something worth saving. And now, with Feed's suspicions rising, the next episode promises a storm. Daryl's still out there, hunting Justina's trail, but the real danger might be waiting back home.